Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Man. 063 Tactical in the building. It's your boy Lazarus Xander, man. First live. Guess you could call this my preface. Just kind of coming into YouTube, getting familiar with the actual live setup, things of that nature. And really understanding going forth the space in which I'm entering, who I can confide in, who I can kind of reach out to, and definitely want to be active in seeing some interaction. So just appreciate being here today. Assalaam Walakium to all of you. Allah Akbar, truly, and mashallah. I'm very appreciative of life and very grateful to be here today to be presenting this live. Definitely want to be very active. So I'm going to be going over a little bit in depth. Not going to be expecting too much to have talked about. Like I'm not going to be talking about too much this live. Just kind of giving myself the familiarity of the YouTube live and its stream, things of that nature, kind of figuring out the process, and really going forth and understanding what it is and how I can really be the best at this. So just bear with me here. This is my first live. Man, yeah. So excuse me for the momentary lapse in there. Very much so like to have a very nice and relaxed vibe when I have these talks. It's a always three kind of day, man. Definitely want to be laid back and relaxed. So just to kind of start off this live with a little bit more or less about some gun tubers, man. Um, gonna discuss just a little bit about who I kind of look at, who I enjoy content, things of that nature, and just kind of discuss the 2A community a little bit more or less. That is kind of what this channel is about. Oh 06 Tactical, more specifically. So excuse me there. 06 Tactical, the brand itself is about the 2A community. It is about going forth and learning more about firearms, being a part of that industry. So when I actually kind of got started on 063 Tactical, of course you got to tune into a few folks. And some of my more popular, I guess you could say, gun tubers that I am a little bit more familiar with, more or less. Uh, I could say it's definitely a plethora. I wouldn't say it's just one kind of gun tuber or one type of YouTuber content creator, as we all are known to be. I wouldn't say I'm specific to one person. I do look into a definite variety because I like a lot of different things. So, just one of the first things that one of the first YouTubers, gun tubers, more or less, that I was really familiar with, and I'm sure it's more than man. I'm sure it's a lot of us that know this gentleman, very much so. He's definitely OG in the game, man, of when you talk about YouTube and firearms, guns, anything of that nature, man. When you're talking about the classic of classics, man, I think truly one of my biggest inspirations, one of my biggest people that I follow, was off rip was Hitcock, man. Shout out to old man Hitcock 45, man. I definitely want to show my love and my gratitude to him because I'm very big on respecting elders, very big on showing love to our people that are older than me, showing a lot of passion and respect. I don't think that's very I don't feel that's received a lot in this day and age to the older generation. And they do definitely have a way of going about things. And I definitely did just want to shout out old man Hickok, 45, first and foremost, for my first, body, if anything. Hickok was that dude that definitely, man, I can say when I was like, really trying to figure out he has dang near, every kind of caliber, every kind of video, every kind of content a YouTuber, gun tuber, if you want to call yourself a gun tuber, in that sentiment. I felt truly he really addressed each part of the community. Excuse me, let me go ahead and turn this back in a little out there. But just felt he definitely he addressed a lot more of the community and on our needs. And just truly you had the opportunity to learn through someone that really enjoyed what they did. And it was out of passion, it was out of the love and respect of the art of firearms. And I just always have really admired that about Hickok. He's not big on he's very humble. I will say he's extremely humble. As I watch old man Hickok, he's extremely humble. And it's one of those things that, like, man, as a young man, as a younger gentleman, I'm just like, man, I really can see why people do tune into this gentleman, because his abundance of knowledge on firearms is just, it's incredible. And truly, if I am to recommend anyone to start out on the YouTuber kind of subscription, you're first joining in, you're learning about firearms, things of that nature, you really are just trying to learn and get started. Hickok is a very valuable resource because he really will go in depth. He, of course, he shows off the skills, man. That man's marksmanship is, yeah. I would not play with old man Hickok. You know what I'm saying? So just one of those things. Just ultimately, just real life. You got to show respect to the elders, man. And I just wanted to give him a shout out first and foremost for my first light, like anybody. Shout out to old man Hickok, man, because you were the guy that definitely did show me. Firearms can be very fun. They can be very educational, and you can be very laid back and relaxed, and you don't have to be all up and antsy with everything. Everything can kind of be on the slower pace, because even now I look at Hickok's videos and I love his range setup. I'm sure that's as time is going on, it's gotten more progressive, his range setup, things of that nature. But just even now to see what he's acquired throughout time is just a beautiful thing to me. So just wanted to kind of go into maybe another gun tuber that really just always stays on top of the game, truly. And one of those people that I look up to, because man, he's definitely very free spirited. He's definitely out there, and I believe majority of us are familiar with him, even if we're not a part of the YouTube community that is for firearms and 2A, things of that nature. Is just truly one of those things. I just got to give a shout out to Demolition Ranch off Batman. Matt, that dude is awesome. Dude, Demolition Ranch is one of those channels that, man, you tune into that channel, and especially as a guy, man, I love seeing the antics, man, kind of being able to just really let loose and have some fun, man. It's all about, life is about having fun at points, and making those experiences, making those memories. And I just feel like, man, with Demolition Ranch, with Matt and his team, they definitely make a lot of great memories. They're definitely going to look back at a point in time and really look at the impact that channel, that what that man was doing, the impact in which he had on the community of YouTubers, gun tubers, things of that nature, and really just see that his energy was just very awesome. He's always very open to having fun, and that really is what is awesome about him, and I love that. I definitely want to give him a big shout out because I am a big fan. Not gonna necessarily say fan, but I'm a big watcher of Demolition Ranch. Demolition Ranch definitely inspires me in a lot of ways, and I definitely did want to throw that out there, man. Keep doing your thing, and keep progressing on your channel, man. I literally, dude is like at 10 million subscribers now, and that's only something that most YouTubers can even imagine, not let alone a guy that's doing firearms, doing crazy, all types of crazy things, all over the internet. So just definitely wanted to give a shout out to Demolition Ranch, first and foremost, with him kind of being the guy that definitely did help me really look at the fun and just kind of laid backness of firearms, not really going to be too serious about ourselves here. We definitely are guys that love firearms and we enjoy our firearms, but we're going to make this channel fun. We're going to definitely make it powerful and impactful. And I can definitely see that because it has reached to over the masses, over the masses. For you to have over, 1,000 followers, you got, some kind of following. And for you to be able to reach 1 million, shout out to Black Rambo, definitely. Because I know you're on your way there, brother, and we're definitely rooting for you over here in the 2A community. So shout out to Black Rambo as well. But just even on that path with YouTube, going on that route to 1 million, just looking and looking at that, man, that's a journey. That's a hard grind. That's a hard job to, really stay persistent on. Know that that's something that you want to continue to go forth in, truly. So just going to kind of go in on that. Like I said, and just with Demolition Ranch, in general with Matt, just much respect to you, man. Thank you for inspiring a generation of YouTubers, of people that are different than you, that just enjoy the activity that you do. It really is a positive thing, and we really appreciate you for all that you do. So shout out to Demolition Ranch once again. I also just wanted to kind of speak on, as I did say, even Black Rambo. Black Rambo is one of those guys that when I was definitely kind of tuning in a little bit more recently, YouTube, I guess you could say over the past, 3 to 4, Black Rambo has been around for quite some time. So it's very nice to see his progression as well. And just shout out to Black Rambo as well. Not trying to have him come on. I don't really need any of that. I just wanted to definitely just show love to him because to stay persistent and to have as much fun as you do, man. And just honestly, thank you for your service. I do know that Black Rambo is a ex vet, and just thank you for your service that you did provide for this country. Thank you for your energy that you provide for this country because it is very well needed. And I see it when you walk into a room, man. Your energy radiates the room. It lights it up, and it makes it feel a lot more impactful. It makes it feel a lot more special to have someone such as someone named Black Rambo, really be in the spot and, really making such a rye in the spot, and not in a bad way. Every time I see this man's channel, any of his videos, he's having a very positive reaction off of what he's doing. He's getting a lot of genuine positive love. It's not fake in a way. It can really seem like, Black Rambo gets that genuine love because he shows it. He genuinely does. He shows it. He has no problem showing love to those that he supports and respects. So just shout out to Black Rambo off rip, man, because that man is very consistent in what he does. His work ethic is insane, man. You're like, Black Rambo is he's always putting videos here and there. So to kind of show that I am active, man. I see, I'm watching as well. I see, I watch on YouTube and look at those who are, active and really trying to leave an impact for history, to really see what they've done. Not just in this moment, but truly leave an impact for generations to see. So just definitely wanted to shout out Black Rambo, man. Much respect to you and everything that you do. keep doing your thing, Black Rambo, because you got people watching. Just going to kind of switch over topics and go into a little bit more about preference in, I guess you could say, unionization, and who, as a YouTuber in the 2A community, what you should be aligning with, the positive things that you should be doing to really, enhance the field that you're in, that you are in. Excuse me. And really take it serious. Don't just be in this and know that you're in it just to have, like, take it serious to a degree, because you never know what impact you could have on the next person. So just going to kind of shout out three of the big names. I know people are very familiar with these corporations, entities. I'm not even going to say corporations, just entities in general. Definitely going to shout out the ATF first and foremost. The ATF gets a shout out because those guys allow us to do what we do. And if you do it correctly, you really are secure in what you do. You feel that confidence, you feel that pride in having them behind you, instead of having, that feeling of, oh, the ATF's on us. Like, instead of feeling like a government entity is after you, you feel more positive because you went about it and did it the correct way. So just wanted to shout out the ATF first and foremost, because I have much respect for the ATF and the work that they do. Thank you very much for providing us with the resources that you do, allowing us to have the freedoms in this country, the United States of America, that we do. I am blessed to be here. I am privileged to be in this country that we call the United States of America. So just shout out to the ATF first and foremost, because we wouldn't be able to be in this firearms industry as positively as we could without those guys. So just wanted to definitely give those guys that shout out first and foremost. But then I also wanted to kind of talk about the NRA and just the impact that those guys have had over time and throughout history. Truly, shout out to the NRA because those guys, they make sure to show at the end of the day that firearms is what's important, and everyone, that our Second Amendment right should be adhered to. And I respect the NRA so much because the depth in which you have to go and the fights that you may have to actually be a part of something in that sentiment. It's like, man, NRA, it's not anything for me to get into, but it's just definitely shout out to the NRA and everything that those guys do for us, because they fight the good fight. When everyone, sits back, and the ignorance that may be had over firearms, and just the, community behind them, the NRA tries to step up, step in. And that's kind of what we're seeing now on the YouTube platform. You're seeing a lot more rise lately. But just they kind of step out, and step in to really provide that interference that, hey, that Second Amendment right, is written into, the Constitution, for a reason, and it's there to stay. And not even that, it's a part of something, that I feel people don't even, recollect in this day and age. Just very important, the Bill of Rights, just the first sentence, just even those are very important, just to really, anchor in. Everyone likes to get, very in depth about each amendment, but if you kind of just look at those core, that Bill of Rights, that core, those really were the American values that were set in this country, and that we do have the privilege of having here. So shout out to the NRA, as I did say, for always fighting the good fight. But also shout out to the USCCA for being a newcomer in the game, for being a constant force that is really in your face. I know us recently in the YouTuber realm, gun tubers, all that, they have been on us, man. They have been on us to get that membership, to sign up, things of that nature. And I am rooting, I am going to be going forth and getting my insurance through USCCA. I will be signed up through the USCCA, and I do hope to become a USCCA certified instructor, but I also do hope to become a NRA certified instructor. I want to have both titles because both companies are well needed, and both serve the same purpose. They both serve a very good privilege to the two-way community, and definitely serve a great knowledge to us that we definitely deserve to have. And if you go looking for those answers, then hey, I'm sure they're more than willing to provide you with the education and knowledge for it. So just shout out to the USCCA. As I did say, that is definitely one of those companies that I am looking forward to joining, to signing up with, to getting acclimated and really acquainted with for my company. And really just having my people behind me just kind of look at that as really a positive force, because they are the newcomers in the game. And they really are trying to make a name for themselves in the most positive way. Shout out to Mr. Tim Schmidt, definitely watching your brother. Lazarus, Xander, 063 Tactical, we are definitely watching, man. And we just wanted to shout you out for sure, Mr. Schmidt, because the movement in which you have, the company in which you have is amazing, and you are appreciated. So keep doing what you do and continue the great work, and continue fighting the great fight that you do, because we need very positive forces like you. So just as I did say, wanted to shout out the NRA, USCCA. I will be signing up for memberships in both, and I do hope to become certified instructor under firearm instructor under both. Have license for both, so I am able to participate in every field. I don't like to be limited. So definitely have a lot of options. Jack of all trades, people kind of refer to me as. Like to have a lot of options, because I like to have a lot of knowledge on many different things. I'm a very complex gentleman, and I enjoy a wide range of things. So excuse me, that came out so wrong. Wide range of things. Don't get on me about that. But just wanted to kind of go into that and just shout those guys out, kind of give some shout outs first and foremost on that. And then also an honorable mention for my gun tubers was Coleon Noir. Man, that guy is my guy. I mess with you hard, Coleon. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the knowledge that you have provided. Thank you for the fight that you fight, man, and staying on top of, dude. Coleon is the first to get it, man, and he lets it go. He doesn't, man. That man gets it in the chamber and he lets it go. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't hesitate. So, and that is what I respect about that man. Also, just mad respect to your artistry, truly, Mr. Coleon. Your videos, they inspire me, because they really do have that artistic ability behind them. They're not just regular videos just being tossed out to me. I feel like I'm watching a story when I watch your YouTube content, even checking you out on your Instagrams posts sometimes, just seeing that, and just the activeness, the editing that you go through, and the cinematic quality that you provide over your videos, man. I just wanted to say highly, I respect it, and you inspire me truly to make content in such a way, man. I just wanted to give you that honor and shout you out in that way first and foremost, because man, thank you for what you do, Mr. Coleon. So just wanted to mention Mr. Coleon the War, of course, because that is my guy. But we want to switch over to another one. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about just some firearms and not going to get too heavy, but explosives that I am actually very intrigued and very excited to participate in, because I'm a man that like I said, I enjoy a lot of many different things, and firearms and explosives, they go in hand. Just kind of give guys hint, FFLIs hint. So firearms and explosives go hand in hand to me, and I love talking about them. So just gonna kind of go into just maybe 2 to 3 of each, that I'd be excited to kind of fire handle in the future. I do have a actual list of firearms that I do plan on getting in the future, but I also do have a range of firearms that I just want to, test out, just want to see, what they offer, just have some fun with them. Um, and I'd say just even now, one of my top calibers, of course, I know it's a little bit more underrated, or not underrated, but it's not as highly talked about, is the 380, man. And I really do enjoy 380. I definitely did have a recent stint with the 380. Um, Walther, to throw that out there, I believe it was the PPQ. Um, and just definitely did enjoy the 380. I mean, I enjoy the 380 caliber in general, but the firearm 380 watt, I am excited to participate in, and which is ironic. Leon just did a actual review of this firearm, is the Ruger LTP Max. I am excited to test that firearm out, see what that baby has to offer. I also like a good, 45 ACP. I guess you could say 10 millimeter firearm, and I am very excited to actually look into a Glock 20. I'm not big on Glock. I know we got some big Glock fanboys, out there. We got some, Glock boys, as they call them. I'm not big on Glock. Just kind of throwing that out there. That's me though. I do respect Glock. I have a lot of love and respect for Glock, but Glock is not my first go-to for firearms. I know a lot of people will, hey, you Glock, you messing with. That's the, kind of platform that everyone is familiar with. Especially due to hip hop, things like that. I'm not going to go too deep, but just, Glock is definitely familiar. So shout out to Glock, of course. And that G20, that Glock 20, Generation 4, to be more specific. So I know how people can get. I am excited to try out. And also just kind of going into a bigger caliber. I am a 7.62 by 39. Love my Russians, man. Love my Russian imported firearms. Love my Ks. So definitely wanted to say a shout out to Kalashnikov, the classic AK-47. If I can get my hands on a classic AK-47 from Kalashnikov, that'd be awesome to shoot in the future. I would love to do that. Explosive, woo, man. You're talking about some fun stuff. Explosive wise, I would love to of course, try out some C4. I would like to explode some C4 in the future. I feel like C4 is definitely a lot more complex when it comes to the list of explosives. And it's one of those things that I really look forward to working with in the future. I feel I am young enough. I can say in my future. I talk a lot about my future because I really do look forward to the future. And I plan for the future. So another one, I guess, explosive wise, classic. I would love to explode some dynamite, man. Dynamite is like classic of classics. I mean, like, what's the old, term that they used to have, Woody Woodpecker and, the Fox, Acme. There we go. The Acme, dynamite. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to explode some dynamite in the future. And kind of look into how that really does react with the environment, and seeing it for myself, working with that, things of that nature. So just even now, I guess I could say for the last explosive, let's see here. Last explosive. I'd like to see I like cold. So if I could make a, like more so like cryo kind of bomb, like a ice bomb kind of, I guess I could say, I would love to work or see something like that or work with something like that in the future. But that is definitely just kind of the stint in just the 2A community. I am very excited to be here on this live. So I appreciate everyone for just even tuning in, give me the views. Like I said, give me your energy that you do. Because it's not required for you to tune in. It's not anything that is, no one is obligated to do anything for anyone. So I'll definitely say it on that, perspective. Thank you for those that do tune in. Thank you for those that do actively tune in and really show that love. You are appreciated, and that love will be given back. That love will be returned. I am definitely very active in who I support, and I definitely want to get the same back. So I'm just going to kind of really go off Batman because this is my live. Of course, I'm talking about the 2A community, things of that nature, but 063 Tactical is my brand for the, 2A firearms, tactical lifestyle. You got the hunting, camping, fishing, outdoorsman kind of lifestyle. That is my brand, 063 Tactical, on that perspective of my life. But I do other things outside of that, of course, and I enjoy those other things as well. So it's just one of those things that when you have a real respect and appreciation for life, you can really take the time to develop and learn to ask the right questions. Everything is really I say the statement knowledge is power a lot because it really is, man. The more you know, the more you grow. And the less the more ignorant you become, don't choose to be don't choose to continue to be ignorant. If you can go and look for the answers for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And I preach that highly. So just wanted to kind of, like I said, switch topics and just say 063 Tactical is the 2A community. That is my brand for 2A. 063 Tactical is the brand that is used for when you think of Lazarus Xander in his firearm realm. 063 Tactical is the brand that you use when you see Lazarus Xander hunting. 063 Tactical is the brand and content that you see when he's camping, fishing, all those types of things. That is 063 Tactical. When he's out on the range, and he's out, on the range, he's out getting some good footage on the range, things of that nature. He's out, copying a new firearm. He's showing you guys things. That is 063 Tactical. But otherwise, you guys have me, Lazarus Xander. You're dealing with me, the brand of Lazarus Xander, not just 063 Tactical. So that is the branch of Lazarus Xander that you want to look at my 2A. You want to look at all of my firearms, my knowledge on them, things of that nature, anything to do with the tactical, defensive, prepper kind of side, of me, then you tune into 063 Tactical. You know what I'm saying? That's who you tune into. So just wanted to switch over because I am an aspiring actor, and I do enjoy film. I do enjoy the world of movies, cinematic, pictures, as we all call them. I like a good story. I love a good story. So just to change off a topic, we're gonna go kind of completely awry on this live because we're not just gonna stay on 063 Tactical. Like, yes, that's me. You're getting 063 Tactical at all times. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always get 063 Tactical. It's a 063 kind of day. It's 063 Tactical Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Welcome or welcome back if you are, tuning in for the first time, or if you are a subscriber to me. If you do tune into my live, make sure to like when you do come in, or on your way out, make sure to leave a like for me, and just make sure to subscribe so you can keep updated. Hit that notifications bell so you can stay updated with everything that I do have going on, because it is not only that realm of things that I'm doing. You will also have pretty soon my commentary branch off coming onto the channel, because I definitely do have some things to say, and I do like talking about different topics, having different discussions. So just did want to point that out. But me, like I did say, I'm an aspiring actor, and I have a huge love for the cinematic world, everything to do with it, and everything around it. I can't say I'm, too familiar with the recent things going on, because I am always actively looking for my own roles, things like that. I'm not too familiar with everything that happens right in the day in, day out kind of films and things like that. But because I really am, I'm trying to get on my own, pop in front of your TV screen soon. Hopefully you will see Lazarus Xander on your TV screen at some point in time. That is something that I do strive to do, and have producers definitely reach out, directors, things of that nature, reach out to me, and vice versa. I like to reach out to them, give my resume, my breakdown, and show what I've done, what I can do, what I am capable of, and just my true love and respect for the film industry. I really do think of the film industry as one of those things that when you look at film, it takes you into another world. You know what I'm saying? And when you're watching a movie, that hour to 2 hours, it really does. Of course, we're not going to sit here and talk, like we're out of reality, but it really does take you to a place of imagination, of being. You're not just, and I think that is why cinema is so important in this day and age, and the impact that cinema has on those coming behind us in the following generations. Because even me now, I have a huge love in honest respect for older films, because to see where film has gone, and just things. I'm very big on documentaries too. I love documentaries. I guess you could say that really is my favorite genre of film. I really do enjoy a good documentary, me learning and really seeing what, how something got the way it was, or really, you know, picking the brains on people, because we all are human, and we make this world, we make this reality. And to see the beautiful perceptions of different worlds through people in human minds, to see the different worlds that could come from that, we have so many different categories when it comes to cinema: fantasy, action, comedy, sci-fi, one of my favorite. You guys will definitely get the reference of sci-fi very often from me. I am very big on sci-fi. I love sci-fi cinematic films. I love horror. I'm a very big true crime lover. I love true crime. So I'm big on detective work, things like that. You know, I love a wide range of film, and I'm sure everyone else does too, man. And it's really so cool to see when you watch a TV show, or just even now. I mean, YouTube is becoming, man, a whole platform. You can stay on YouTube all day long. You can watch lives all day long. You're tuning into mine. I know I'm a random live, but tuning into mine. Make sure you're coming in, you're liking on your way in or on your way out, and you make sure you're subscribing. Share the live if you want to, but just make sure you're subscribing as well, and make sure to turn that notification bell on. But as I did say before, just kind of just looking at the realm of Hollywood and just the impact that it has had on the world. I think not even just Hollywood, just cinema. We can say just Hollywood, but just cinema, the power that cinema, the power that film, being able to take a camera and record oneself and present back, a story that is different from yours, and what you're going through. I feel as if we can watch movies and we're like, man, we feel that, that moment right there when we're watching that movie, we're like, oh my goodness, this had to have been written for me. Like, it's one of those kind of universal things, and that's when I realized, it's a very beautiful language that us as humans we speak, is the beautiful format of film and cinema. And it's so amazing to see that when you look at movies, the true evolution of film. just to think of now at a point in time, you know, there were no TVs. There was a time where television was not a thing, and people were listening to radio. So even, you know, kind of going into radio ways, you know, music has always been a very, very impactful thing in life. And I think music definitely impacts very heavily. Same as cinema. The music world has a very strong hold on what we do and contribute to in society as humans. And I just love the cinematic world and everything about it. Some of my favorite actors, man. I just got to give a shout out to Denzel Washington off Batman. I think as a young aspiring actor myself, um, seeing that man's catalog and seeing the extent in the range that he has is truly, truly inspirational. Um, I also have a lot of love and respect for a art form such as Lakeith Stanford. Um, Lakeith is one of those guys that I feel I relate to very heavily, and his art form and what he does. I'm sure you might be familiar with his role in Atlanta, but also in Get Out. You know, it's a lot of roles that he's taken on that have been very controversial. Look in a lot of his films, and just like I said, the range, being able to step out of the box. I love that. He's not. These are actors that are not limited to one space. They're not limited to one type of film. You're not seeing them in just one type of movie. You know, you're seeing them in, you know, comedies, horrors, the love story. You're seeing them in the full range of what an actor should be. And I just show a lot of love and respect, and just want to pay always my homage and give flowers when I can. While they are here, we respect our legends while they're here, not after they're gone. Um, and I just want to highly preach that we respect our legends and we love our legends while they are here. We give them their flowers while they're here, not when they're gone. So those are two actors that I truly do enjoy, just kind of to give you a basis of who I kind of look at as an inspiring field of actor, and actresses even. I love a good actress. And one of those actors for me is Angela Bassett. On the, you know, introspective in term, Angela Bassett, man, that young lady's range, that beautiful queen's range is like impeccable. Not only that, she you know, shout out to my, you know, one of my favorites, you know, series, you know, just that 911, just like I said, the range that Angela Bassett has is truly, truly beautiful to see in a woman, because she takes on so many controversial and diverse roles, that, man, I think to this day people will walk up to Angela Bassett and be like, "Hey, Tina Turner," you know what I'm saying? Like, to this day, same way as, you know, good old Lawrence will probably be looked at as Ike till the end of his days. You know? Just definitely wanted to shout out Angela Bassett, one of my big female actresses that I look up to. Um, but also on the female spectrum, on the lady side, I definitely do love, love, love. I love Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie is one of those actresses for me that you truly do see Angelina, and she really has made an impact on that film. um, you can't not see Angelina Jolie. And it just truly is the pure talent within her. And I love the fact that you don't see Angelina's name in a lot of stuff. Um, she really does stay to herself and she really does focus on her craft. A lot of things that I have seen with Angelina. Shout out to, you know, man, I grew up on Tomb Raider, dude. Like, I love Tomb Raider to this day, man. And it's definitely one of those things that inspired me as a young kid growing up. Like, man, I could see myself doing something
in an action film, such as, I could see myself doing something like that and being very athletic, and just to have the commitment to the role that you truly do have, impeccable, respectable, and very honorable. Truly, Miss Angelina Jolie, shout out to you. So just kind of give you guys just a little bit of range of actors, actresses to kind of see, where I look at when it comes to film. I like to really look at serious things. Like I said, I love documentaries. So I love to learn about different eras, different points in time. And I'm a big history buff. I feel as if when you know your history, you're more than, less likely to repeat it. So just definitely big on the film industry, the cinematic industry, and just wanted to say my love for them and just shout those guys out ultimately, because where would we be without movies, cinema, and even music? Because those two things practically go together. Radio and TV kind of go together. So, but I'm gonna switch over from actors and actresses, and we're gonna kind of talk about some traveling, because this world is definitely very different. But I can say throughout my lifetime, I've traveled, and I love traveling. And I'm sure everyone else does too, to a degree. Maybe not everyone, but for the most part, people do want to experience a different area than where they were born in or grew up in. They do want to, at some point, maybe go to another state, or maybe travel to another country, however you may look at it. But just wanted to kind of talk about traveling, and just kind of say, Lazarus, Xander, this dude is everywhere, man. Don't expect me to be held in a box. Don't expect me to be held in a region. Yes, Chi-Town to the day I die. That's first and foremost. Chi-Town, you know what I'm saying? Till I die. That's just me. You can't take the Chicago out this kid. I promise you. But back on me. I definitely have been more than enough places than my city. Chicago, I love my city. Chicago, I'm going to shout those guys out first, because Chicago is my city. I love my city, and I will always come back to my city. And I'm always good in my city. So I've never not loved my city, but just definitely as a young man trying to grow and change and learn different environments for oneself, you got to branch out and go further than your city, in which the environment you grew up in. Of course, I could stay in Chicago and be good on, what I'm saying, 063 all day long. But at the same time, there is more to this world than 063. And for me, at the end of the day, I really do enjoy seeing different cultures, learning about different areas, different energies. So I guess I could start off by saying I have been on the East Coast of the country, United States wise. I have been on the East Coast. I'm down here in the South right now. Shout out to my Texas folks. Down here in the South. Shout out to all my Texas folks. Because right now I know Texas is getting a very heavy influx of everyone around the country, and Texas isn't necessarily the biggest fan of it, but we do appreciate you, Texas, because you guys truly do promote the value of freedom and being true to oneself and respecting your choices in which you make. So definitely want to give a shout out to Texas, and just say I definitely do appreciate all the love that I've received down here in Texas. I've been on the West Coast, Cali, not anything I'm not familiar with. Very familiar with Cali. From my Oakland boys to my Compton, San Diego, Tijuana, all that. I'm very familiar with California as well. So definitely West Coast wise, knocked that out the park. Midwest, very familiar with. And I've been on the Northeast as well. Which actually, surprisingly enough, I need to be making a trip to New York in the future. Need to be making a trip to New York in the future, but have been on the East Coast, more or less in the older part of the East Coast, I guess you could say, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, things like that, Virginia, all that, DC, you know what I'm saying, all those areas. So definitely have been up, every region almost, definitely been down to Florida as well. You can say Lazarus Xander has touched every region of the country. I've not been to every region of this country. I know a little bit about everything. So even now, I've been out of the country. I am an international lover. I do travel internationally. One of my favorite countries, as I did say before, Russia. Love Russia. Not going to sit here and go into depth about Russia, but definitely shout out to Russia. Love my Russians. Japan. Love Japan. Japan is very I guess I'd say going to Japan at the point in which I did, it's one of those things that I don't think I fully got to experience Japan fully, but I cannot wait to go back to Japan. I'll put it like that. Europe, Germany. Shout out to the Germans for sure. Love Germany. Sweden, definitely love Sweden. Sweden. Ireland, definitely love my Irish folks. Not gonna, talk too much about that, but definitely do want to go to Africa. Definitely do plan on going to the motherland in the near future. But also the Middle East. I am Muslim. I do practice Islam. So in the future, I will be taking Hajj. So those of you that will be staying with me for the long term, of course, at that point, you will be aware and you will actually get to tune in and see me on my journey to take Hajj. And I do want everyone to see that is in support of me from day one. I want you to see me take that journey and be there with me throughout that journey. So definitely do look forward to that. Going to the Middle East, but also Asia. I think I kind of spoke on Asia, but that was more so, like I said, the Pacific Islands, Hawaii. I've actually been to Hawaii. That's the United States, but that's kind of, island wise, my Samoans, shout out to them. I love my Samoans. Have been to Hawaii and love it. Have no complaints about Hawaii. And then, as I did say, hey, I definitely do want to visit every continent to a degree. And I think another big one for me is Brazil. I definitely do want to hit Brazil. I might have to learn a little bit of Portuguese myself because I am very big on learning different languages as well. I do speak Arabic. But I am very much so in the practice and learning how to become fluent in Arabic. I'm not going to sit here go too in depth, but yes, I do speak Arabic. So that is a language to be expecting at some point on my channel. My subtitles for my brothers and sisters, they will be in Arabic. So you are able to watch over my videos in the future. And I will be going through that journey to truly be able to learn how to be fluent. And that way I will be able to communicate in that format. So just wanted to go into the travels in which I look forward to and maybe find out some places that some of you guys have been because I've been some of everywhere, man. I can't say that I don't look forward to traveling more. I love to travel. I love getting air miles, man. I love, being on flights at 3 a.m. I don't mind that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that. Private jets, all that good stuff. I don't mind that kind of, lifestyle. I've done it. I've been in first class, been in, coach, business class. I've been in all of them. I am familiar with every format of travel. Even the road trip, man. I've gone through many states, visited many states just due through to the fact that I'm driving through and I want to stop in, see a town, you know what I'm saying? And in Washington is definitely one of those big ones. I love Washington because I love Canada. So just giving you guys a wide range of just travels and just seeing that ultimately, Lazarus, Xander, you got a collab, you got anything that you want to do with me, let me know. It is not a problem to get me up and out. It's not very hard to get me up and traveling. I travel all the time. I'm always traveling and I love to travel. I love to stay in the air. Truly. But I also, of course, in the future, if you stick with me for the long haul, you'll be seeing me in my boat. Not going to talk too much about it, but I am in the future to be getting into boating. More so the yachts, all that. My boat will be a little bit bigger. So I do have some research and some years of experience to gain with that. But you guys stick with me as I see a lot of YouTubers, they got channels for years and years. These guys have been around for a long time. And you guys still stick with them, you know what I'm saying? If you guys stick with me for that long, you guys will see, my adventure on that part of life for me when I'm at that point. And that is more or less, yes, you could put that back in the 063, category, 063 tactical, because that's when I'll be, fishing and whatnot, a little bit more, learning a little bit more about scuba diving, stuff like that. Kind of, learning a little bit more about boating. So, just to talk about the travels and what I've done, I've been some of everywhere. I am very familiar with a lot of different cultures, and I respect and I love everyone. For the majority, I love everyone's culture that I've come across. And I learn something new about those people every time I do travel to that area. So just truly look forward to travels out of the country and in the country. I am in the United States of America currently. So look forward to traveling in the future. But just wanted to highlight it really quickly. I will be having an actual gaming break off. I will be getting, into the gaming. I'm not too focused on my gaming right now, but for those of you that I know that is a world that is very much so expanding very rapidly. I used to be a gamer back in the day, I guess you could say. I used to have the console there. I used to really be very serious, but I am seeing the industry, and I am a big entrepreneurial energy spirit. I look at how to make profit out of everything. Not that is what matters. That is only what matters in everything. But I am very big on the entrepreneurial spirit, and that is what you will get when you deal with me. I'm going to encourage you to go forth in doing what you do best, and trying to make it into something that can be returned to the public and give back in the future, and possibly feed your generations after you. So just like I said, gaming, I do understand, is getting expansive. It is a growing market that is gaming is very much so rapidly expanding, and we're in a age of technology to where technology is advancing so fast that I don't even think that gaming is where it was when I even kind of stopped, really playing, when I kind of, I guess you could say, grew up, you know what I'm saying? Grew up in a way, you know what I'm saying? I really think with gaming, it's going to take me a little bit more concentration and focus to get back into, but I have started a bit of the process. So, look out and look forward to seeing some gaming on my channel. And I do want some recommendations on any of my YouTubers, content creators that are gamers. I do need recommendations. I do need to learn how to actually get into the world of gaming currently. So just wanted to definitely put that in there. That will be a branch of itself. That will be 063 Gaming. That will be 063 Gaming. So that will be a branch in itself. That will be more introspective to when I'm actually having some downtime, really produce some content on the gaming side. Because I think when I do actually get into gaming, I will go ahead and go the Twitch route. I will do some streaming, and actually go ahead and invest into the next level consoles, all that good stuff. I will have the PC as well, but I do want to get into console as I learn PC. So I am going to be looking at PS5. Going to be looking at the Sony platform a little bit more. Microsoft, shout out to you guys, of course, always. But I grew up on Sony. I grew up on PlayStation. That is what I am familiar with. That is what I love. So not to start the big feud here because I don't need it on my channel, but I will be going with Sony, and I have a huge love and respect for Microsoft, but I will be going with Sony. And I also will, more than likely, just because I am a big Nintendo fan, Mario and all those guys, I love them. So you will be seeing some actual Nintendo Switch in the future as well. So Sony and Switch, more or less, you can see us on the Nintendo side when it comes to gaming, 063 Gaming and whatnot. But just kind of look forward to that on the channel. And just appreciate everyone that does tune in to gaming and keeps me updated and keeps me helping or excuse me, helps me to learn more about that field and the advancement of it, because it is going so quickly. It is advancing so quickly. But yeah, just wanted to touch on that really quickly before I kind of switch over the topic. Just kind of, say that I am getting into the gaming realm, and just on the more realistic side of gaming, any of my OGs, any of my older folks, or just in general, any people that enjoy poker, Texas Hold'em or Omaha, or cigars, definitely do tune into this channel. Because I have a huge love and respect for both realms. Sticks are definitely something I'm learning more about. And I really do appreciate the guys over at Cigars and Guns, the Industrial Cigar Co. They're definitely educating me on things that come with that realm. So just to give that shout out to them as well. But just definitely any of my guys that look into poker or cigars, this is also a good channel to tune into. So appreciate you guys for listening in on that kind of realm of things. But we're going to kind of jump back into a little bit more of a 063 tactical kind of feel, just for a little moment here, and kind of get back on our Grizzy. You know what I'm saying? And really excuse me, really try to stay focused on this very dominant topic right now. So I did want to speak about ammo. Ammo in this time and what we are going through and seeing in this country, in the United States of America, at least. Excuse me. I want to make sure I'm always saying that, because I don't want to be broadcasting. I know if overseas thing and watch me overseas, I don't want you guys to be confused or anything. This is here in America, in the United States of America. I don't want to disrespect or disregard anyone's challenges that they're going through in their country, and what they are going through. Truly, Bismi Allah, Alhamdulillah, you are in my prayers. I definitely do pray for these countries that are going through their times, because us here in America, sometimes we don't catch a lot of what's going on outside of us. We're only seeing what's going on over here in America, and we're not actually seeing the impact of what's going on in these other countries truly. So I just wanted to say I wanted to show my love and respect, and definitely do tell that my prayers are always with these countries that are going through their challenges, and we're rooting for you. Alhamdulillah, truly. It is, I did state, I wanted to kind of get back on the 063 kind of feel, and talk a little bit about ammo, because ammo is becoming one of those things that is very, I'm not going to say scarce, but in the sensibility of which I'm noticing certain groups of people have full armories just loaded with ammo, as to where some people are just getting their cachet started, and I am a very big advocate, very big preacher in having your as I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with, your guns and your butter, man. Shout out to Guns and Butter TV. I know that is a YouTuber as well, so I don't want to disregard anyone in that respect. Definitely do want to give that respect there. But just having those in butter, knowing the difference between the two. And ammo is definitely one of those things that I preach heavily on, when it comes to a survival mentality, a long-term mentality. Of course, bulk ammo storage is something that maybe not everyone is able to do, but I am a very big advocate on the prepper lifestyle. Not going to sit here and say, I'm waiting for doomsday. I'm ready for doomsday tomorrow, but I am learning, and I have always had the mentality of a prepper, as some people may say. And I definitely do appreciate a good stockpile, a great stockpile, to be able to, stuff goes awry, you're able to know that you and your family are secure to a degree. You won't really have to worry too much about the increasing challenges or climates that are happening around you. Instead, you really will be able to acclimate to whatever situation happens, EMPs, government shutdowns, anything of that nature, when, as the term is used, SHTF, I don't want to get too in depth, but when shit hits the fan, you got to be able to be prepared, be ready. And ammo is one of those things that in a time of crisis, you definitely want to put priority on, man. I don't know too many preppers that don't have a stockpile to some degree of ammunition for their firearms. You might not have a whole, you might not be able to take the whole safe of firearms, but you'll be able to carry at least a good 1,000 rounds for each of these firearms. If anything needs to, if you need to bug out, you know what I'm saying? If you need to leave your environment, you're not looking like, oh man, crap, you're able to take a pretty healthy and good chunk, and really have some barter, some trade in those times, but also some defense, protection, and ultimately some hunting device, tools that allow you to keep your family ahead of the game when the world might not look the same. So just as we do go forth, and I am speaking on the topic of ammo, so specifically because ammo is very much so fluctuating in this country. I do recall a recent Russian ammo ban, and not really gonna say it has affected too heavily over here in the state, but it could soon to be just a little delay, I guess you could say a little skip, and it might be a moment where you might not be able to find 762 by 39. It might be a time in which it really is, rare to come across that box. Luckily enough, we do have some supply that kind of, because it's been in circulation already. It's kind of hard to take something out of circulation that's already been, being run for so many years, that has, millions of rounds kind of put in already type deal. So it's kind of hard to kind of stop that process now. And I just did want to speak on it because if you're noticing anything, you definitely want to keep a decent stock of, whichever caliber you do choose to have in your stockpile. You have a fairly good defensive, hunting, all around, round or calibers that you are able to take thousands and thousands and thousands of that round. And like I said, use it for barter, trade, use it as a tool, for hunting, for even, I mean, not to say it like that, no one wants to chop down trees or anything, but use it for things that you wouldn't even, every day, you probably got to use a little force, might can use a firearm bullet to, it's still a tool. A firearm is a tool in the right hands. In the right hands, a firearm can be a tool. It does not have to be a dangerous thing. It does not have to be thought of as a oh my gosh. No, it can be thought of as a positive thing in the right hands. Firearms don't really, they don't, not to say it like that, not to get too in depth with that, but they don't shoot themselves. Firearms are a tool, and if you use them correctly, then you should be adhering to everything, legally, in you should be good in what you do. So just wanted to shout that out, with the ammo pricing, just kind of seeing, like I say, different fluctuations as of lately. It's kind of starting to come back in stock, different calibers or more, I guess you could say calibers that were a little bit more scarce throughout this recent past year and whatnot, through what we've gone through. It has been a lot more panic buying, things of that nature, and who's to say when the next sprout may go. Panic buying is not just something that happens in moments of nation, unrest. It's not just something. It could be panic buying in just that, cities in that area, something happened in that city, or panic buying is it doesn't have a choice. It doesn't choose its time. So you got to be a little bit more aware and awry of what you're doing, so you are able to get in before others kind of, based off of fears, go and do what they do. Not to say, some aren't based off of, but majority is, when it comes to panic buying, it's a fear that's being felt. It's a panic, So just wanted to speak on ammo, because when it comes to that, if you're sitting there, with the stockpile that's, stacked to the brim, you're not tripping on the recent, influx of pricing. And that's kind of just to kind of cover the topic of, the next topic in which I was doing, and really kind of go into more or less. And just wanted to say to all my brothers, sisters, that, this is our time for prayer. I did set this live up so you can have a little bit of a show beforehand, but go ahead and prepare yourself from a grieve. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get ready for that cleanse, that dinner with the family, and really do enjoy that time, that wind down. I will be saying prayer after my live. For those of you that might get on me, I will be saying my prayer from a grieve after my live. But just did want to go ahead and say that, for my people, definitely so. It is prayer time, so definitely do go ahead and act and such. But then afterwards, enjoy that supper, enjoy that dinner with your family. and show love where you can. Get ready for Isha. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for bed. So definitely do appreciate everyone for tuning in at this time. But just kind of to go back in more or less on what I was saying about the ammo, just keep a healthy stock of it. There's no reason why at this moment, even though it may seem pricing is, astronomical at this point, I truly am a firm believer in, hey, make sure to stock up. Don't catch it when everyone else is going to, you know what I'm saying? Don't get in there when everyone else is in the store now trying to clear the shelves in one go round. Do it now. Get it done so you are able to have some of a stockpile put up. You're not sitting there after a range day like, man, dude, I don't know if I can go to the range for them to 2 to 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It should come to a point in which you do have a stockpile where you're able to have a range day, but you're able to put 500 rounds through a firearm on a range day, but you're also sitting there feeling comfortable and confident that you and your family, if anything happens, you guys are good. You guys know you can make some currency. You guys can go get some food. You guys can go find you some food. And you guys can also, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, defend yourselves. Protect yourselves against others that may not have the mentality in which you do, to be prepared beforehand and to not take from others, but to instead go and earn it, to go and work for those things for yourself and take the time to be prepared. We shouldn't be taking from others. That's not, I don't show any, that's not, you don't take from others. You know what I'm saying? We earn things around here. And at that time, the thought might not be the same. People might not be trying to earn things. People might just be trying to take things. And you have to be ready and prepared to defend you and yours. So it's also just a little exclamation on the ammo, just to stock up on it. Don't think that you having enough is enough. And that's truly how I feel. You never have enough ammo. You can never have enough ammo. Of course, you can put limits. You can, all right, I'm fine here. I feel good in my gut here when I'm at this, when I got this number of this round and this caliber, I feel good in my gut here. But once you get below that, if you're not feeling a little, fire on your pants, you're not feeling a little antsy, man, you're not feeling like, man, I got to do something, I got to change a little something, then you know what I'm saying? We got to change the mentality. It's all about changing the mentality first. So education is key, and that's where it starts. So get educated, search for the knowledge. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. Don't be afraid to say no, but also don't be afraid to ask the questions, man. So just going into the ammo, speaking on that, as I did say, to kind of speak on the pricing, I wanted to speak on, when it comes to ammo, just kind of seeing what I'm seeing, because I know, like I said, I'm sitting here preaching ammo. I order, I guess you could say, I keep a stock, I guess you could say, to a degree, and whatnot. I keep a consistent, refresh of, let's get some consistent, but not even that. Let's try some different, for when we go out to a range, let's try and see different kinds of ammo that we could use, but just the different calibers that are being used and the difference in pricing with these different kinds of calibers. 22 LR, I have noticed, is, and not to say it because everyone's pockets are different, everyone's budget is different. Everyone's, like I said, everyone's, financial is different, to where 22 LR, I am noticing to be the kind of good round to kind of just get, multiple, just kind of have ready to go. Even if you don't, of course it's fun to have a 22 in the collection, of firearms that you may have. But even if you don't, just to have those firearms, have that ammo, it is more reasonable in pricing. But really, when it comes down to it, you can grab a lot of that for fairly reasonable price. And when you look into the depth of how things are really kind of transpiring with 22, that could be a good use of, that could be a currency at some point. If you're looking at how things may go, because of how not to say cheap, I don't like to use that word, but how inexpensive it can be. Truly stocking up on 22 LR just in general might not be a bad thing to have. Just as, man, 22 LR, this can count as, a $50, bill at some point, and when you think longevity, when you think long-term wise, because some of us are, in different age brackets, some of us are going, are from different generations, different mentalities, things of that nature. So even now, I feel as if we take the time to really learn truly from one another, stop thinking we know more than the next person, but truly do, like I said, ask the questions. You really will see what is going on around you. You really will adhere and learn to what is kind of going on around you, and really see the effects of what may happen, or what you could expect in the future, things of that nature. So I just believe truly the inflation in this country, I'm definitely seeing some of it. I'm seeing an impact a little bit. I'm seeing a little bit of an impact inflation wise in my area. I can't say in Texas it's too heavy. Texas is pretty fair on the cost of living, I guess I could say. In a spectrum, Texas is pretty fair on the cost of living, and when you really do break it down, even now, for it to be fair on the cost of living down here in Texas, I am seeing some influx in prices in certain industries. I'm seeing an influx in prices. I'm seeing an influx in prices in the certain industry, and I'm seeing an influx in prices. The toy. I'm seeing an influx in prices, and just seeing that, this country is definitely changing very rapidly, and you got to stay on top of the pricing that is happening, and just stay consistent in watching the ammo pricing. I know I definitely am. It's kind of why I'm inspired to kind of go into the, I guess you could say NFL thing of that nature. I'm not going to talk too deeply. I'm not going to give too much info on my stuff, but that is why I am excited to kind of go into the FFL, all that, and learn about the realms of ammo, because you're seeing a constant influx in different companies, different people offering this ammo or that ammo, or and you just got to stay on top of it, because inflation, I'm seeing the effects of it. I will definitely say, for me personally, Lazarus Xander here at 063, not that it's anything, I mean, that's normal in life, but just the impact in which it's had over the past year, this year 2021, I'm definitely seeing a very, very big and deep impact in which it has had on this country. And even now, like I said, as an actual 063 being a firearm channel, 063 Tactical being the firearm branch, looking at ammo is very important. Looking at those pricings, It's very important because, hey, man, we can have all the firearms we want, but if we ain't got no, bullets to put through them, not too much content going to be made. So, just looking at the content in which we got going forth on the channel, is like I said, the inflation is real throughout this country, but it's affecting some more than others. And I can't allow it to necessarily affect the way that I go forth in participating in my activities, doing what I do, because I am very much so an active young man. I am an active gentleman, and I love to give back to the community. So, hopefully soon here we'll see some giveaways on my channel, ammo, things like that, firearms, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of different giveaways once the channel starts picking up a little bit more, and just staying on top of really the love and support that I give to other YouTubers. Everything that I do, I really give my all. Everything that I do, I give my all. I give, more than 10,000% in everything that I do. So if you're, rocking with the 063 brand, 063 Tactical, 063 in general, let me know. Keep me updated and keep me informed so I am able to consciously make the changes because we are all learning every day. We're all growing every day. I don't know everything. I'm not sitting here proclaiming that I know any and everything. I know I still have a lot to learn. And at this point, I know I still have a lot to teach because just as much as I have a lot to learn, I am very knowledgeable in certain things, in certain fields. So just wanted to show love, like I said, to everyone that has shown me love. And you will get that love. If Lazarus Xander is really rocking with you or not, because I'm going to show it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to feel bad for supporting you. And I don't want you to feel bad for supporting me. So just look forward to future lives, things of that nature. I love having good fun. I have a great sense of humor when I actually do know you, when I actually do rock with you. Otherwise, don't be just coming, to address me like you know me and you don't know me. Because it can turn into a 063 kind of day. But otherwise, show respect, and I'm going to show respect back, just realistically. Once you get to know me, on a more personal level, then hey, the humor is more than appreciated, and we know each other. We really can, battle on that. But I'm a very humorous guy, very big on being intellectual, learning about new things. I am a sapio. For those of you that know anything about that realm, you can call me one. You can definitely include me in that realm. Love women, love my brothers, love my people. So just stay tuned on 063 Tactical and 063 in general, man, to know what we got going on over here and know the future endeavors in which we, plan on taking. This is 063 Tactical Tuesday. You can't expect me on Tuesdays to go live on YouTube. I will go live on YouTube. I'm thinking more or less a Sunday. I am a 24-hour man, as I like to proclaim myself. You don't got to put me into a certain time frame. So hit me up at any time. You'll get me. AM, PM, don't matter. I'm 24 hours. So definitely look forward to my lives. And this is a preface. This is the beginning. This isn't even my first official live, just to be with you. This is me just giving you me. So appreciate everyone for tuning in. like, share, subscribe. Make sure to hit that notifications bell. And you know what I'm saying? We stay strapped out here. Woo! 063 Tactical. Out.